Hi guys, Simon here from the Bad Players Podcast with Lewis. So today is one of the mini, I guess we'll call them the mini episodes, yeah? So it's not the proper podcast, it's the vintage stroke, retro stroke, because it's not really vintage, like Sun and Moon deck. Ah, that's a good idea. Yeah. So the Sun and Moon deck, like 2018, 19, before COVID deck. So, yeah, this is Lewis's pick, so he's going to go through it. He's going to go through basically the closest deck we could find to what he played, because the exact list was like a soul creation, and obviously we're crap, so there's no limitless list of our exact list. But we're going to look at the close list, and then we'll do what we always do, is once we've gone through the close list that we mainly talk about, we'll look at a few others with like the more modernized it gets with the tech cards, the tech cards, that's about it really, and the new supporters when it rotates and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. I'll probably still interrupt, but and I'll pass it over to Mr. Needs a Haircut.
So the deck I chose, I briefly spoke about in the last episode, was the quad Lapras. Let me just get it so I can see the whole thing. There we go.
33 rows. That's sick.
Yeah, because it just plays for Lapras, hence the name. I played this it wasn't long, but I played it a few times, and I think I won a cup of it. I think
it was. So, if I'm correct in thinking, the reason we're talking about this deck is because Lewis decided to play it. I'm pretty sure it was to a cup, and he was a senior.
Yeah,
and he was, there were other seniors at the cup, but they were like mixed in, and I think Lewis played like one senior, and then for the rest of it, he was mixed in with the masters. And there was one particular master he sat down with who was like, "Oh, I get paired with a senior. Great." And he was like, a bit of a knob, really. I really don't remember who it was.
No idea.
But, Lewis battered him. And then the guy, after he got battered by Lewis, the guy afterwards was a bit more like pleasant, wasn't he?
He asked me how long I've been playing.
And then he was like, "How long have you been playing?" And Lewis was like, "Oh, I've just been playing for this long, and I've qualified for Worlds, and I've won this." And then the guy was like, "Oh, okay." And he kind of apologised afterwards, didn't he? He was a bit
basically
like, don't judge a kid by its cover, I guess. Yeah. So not all seniors are bad, and not all masters are good. So yeah, that's just a quick rundown of why we wanted to go with this deck. Basically, because it was like, you picked it because you just wanted to play it because it looked fun.
Yeah.
And it actually worked.
Yeah, so Lapras himself has a great first attack, which collect for 1 energy, draw 3 cards. So just attach an energy, go in second, draw 3 cards.
I thought it was 2.
Yeah, draw 3. And then the main attack of the game for 3 water was a Blizzard Burn for 160. You can't use this attack during your next turn. So it's just like Buzzwole, basically. The 160 can't attack next turn. Except this Pokemon is weak to grass. And has an OK GX move, which was actually pretty good. Where your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed for 100 damage for 2 water and a colorless.
It was good.
The Pokemon itself has 2 retreat costs, but unlike this deck, I did play Lapras-GX from Breakpoint, which any Pokemon with a water energy attached to it. Any Pokemon with a water energy.
Do you want to see if we can find one?
Yeah. Go on. It's from Breakpoint, I think.
Just put Lapras-GX. It's an EX, not a GX, isn't it? So yeah, like I said, the list we're showing you is the closest version, but we played like 2 Manaphy. I think it was 2 Manaphy we played,
this one.
And it was the Full Arts Clutch. Yeah, it was that one. So as it loads,
each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached to it have no retreat cost. There we go.
So he was one of those tech Pokemon, like we said about the techs, we'll show you, probably in decks now, where they've got like a broken ability, a bit like Squawkabilly, or something like that, or Lumillion. Broken ability, squishy HP. Isn't it? What are you looking at?
Pokemon Ranger meant you could attack as well, couldn't it?
Yeah, it goes through...
The can't attack next turn, right?
It goes through... Well, we can have a look at it. But it goes through your opponent's stuff as well. Yeah, like, it stops your opponent's, like, effects of stuff.
Yeah, so instead of the Manaphy, they've got, for retreat options, they've got the free switch and the 2 Pokemon Rangers, effectively. They got the 4 Sycamore. Yeah. 2 Lysander.
Discard, draw 7.
2 Lysander.
Boss's orders.
Yep. 2 Kukui, which we talked about in the Buzzball episode.
Which does.
So, draw 2 cards, you do 20 extra damage.
Which is...
So it's 160 plus the 20 is 180. They play Flight and Fury Bar as well, which gives it 240, sorry. No, 230.
230.
Yeah, 230 and 290
it's
damage.
40, isn't it? Yeah, it gives 40 extra.
And 290 damage.
And I think the Kukui's relevant because you're playing Fury Bout and not Choice Bout.
Yeah.
So then it gives you the 30 multiplier.
Yeah.
Flagrant, great card.
So it also was kind of like a troll, like...
It was
disruption.
I suppose if any of you watch the Washi list, like fat GXs that couldn't be one shot because the magic number was 180. Lapras has got 190, so it was quite hard to kill on its own. But with the Fury Bout, it was just kind of dumb because they were 2-shotting it, and a lot of stuff you were 1-shotting. So if you just do like quick math on prize trade, you just win.
Yeah.
Because this one is a bit more of a trolly list with like the energy disruption. It was more of a trolly, tanky stall deck that actually the win was to win. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but it was to attack, whereas the Washi is to not attack. This one's got a lot of the same tools, but with a stall deck where you're like, I don't know, Crushing Hammer, Flare Grunt, Pass. This one is Flushing Hammer, I just said. Yeah, the Toilet Hammer. Crushing Hammer, Flare Grunt, 160. Your turn. And then your opponent's like, oh.
Yeah. So they're also talking about the deck's one-shot capabilities. Decks like this specifically, I know I played with Pokemon Center Lady. They play a lot of healing cards. So you got the Olympia, switch heal 30, so that's another switch card. You got Center Lady, that's 60 damage, and they also like
heal
poison
specials,
and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
heals like it's good in the mirror match.
Rough Seas, which is a great stadium actually. Your water Pokemon can heal 30. Water and lightning Pokemon heal 30 damage.
How good would Rough Seas be now?
Oh,
can you imagine? Like, or when Inteleon was good. Oh my god.
So that's just extra healing for the deck. Excuse me. We got the Judge. That's what we were saying with the Flagrant. You got the Judge imagine Judge Enhanced Hammer, Switch, Fighting Fury Bout, attack against like a Zoroark or something. I know it wasn't out then,
but it was the same kind of time, but it would be against like basically like a lot of decks were like, even though they were different decks, they were kind of mirror decks. So this versus say Buzzwole.
I say fair play to this deck for winning a regional because it was in the same format as Decidueye Vileplume.
Yeah,
and that's obviously weak as well.
Yeah.
And
but you had the disruption to stop them setting up. Yeah. Is kind of what you needed to do.
Yeah, so you got the Pokemon Ranger, which is a very interesting card. We'll just get that up because it's something you don't see.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know how it works, right?
Remove all effects of attacks on each player and his or her Pokemon. That's
So Lapras says 160, you can't attack next turn. If you play Ranger, you can attack next turn. Also, it's good into if anyone remembered ADP, an ADP deck. ADP was like a broken Arceus, Dialga Palkia. I think this was rotated, but people played Ranger and expanded, and you would wait for them to use a GX attack, and then if you play Ranger, the it has to be the exact next turn after they've done it because it negates the attack that's just been used. Their GX attack is void for the entire game.
Sheesh.
Like, so it just negates the entire. So that, it's not old creation, is it? It's something else. But the stupid one where they take an extra prize card, that one, ADP GX move, is, so they would do that, take an extra prize. So if you could ranger them the turn after, you completely wipe that off the board and it gives you like a more of a... So ranger was really good, and it was really good into, I don't know, if someone attacked you and you couldn't attack next turn, that kind of effect. Like, so it's stuff like that. The card is really niche, but it's also, it's a lot better than people think it. It's a lot better. It'd be a lot better now. Like, you just put like 2 of those in Miraidon, and Miraidon can just attack back to back. It's that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, Miraidon's the only thing I can think of that can't attack next turn. I can't think of anything else. But it'd be something like that, or it'd be something like I don't know. Play Pokemon Ranger, attack. If you attack, you do 50 damage to Roaring Moon. It would stop Roaring Moon doing two. It would stop Roaring Moon doing 200 damage to itself. So it would stop stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. Yeah? Okay, sorry. There you go.
That's right.
That's my stupid input. Yeah.
So that was good for all the reasons that Simon has just said. We've got N, Iono.
Yep.
Also the one-off.
Better.
We all know why there's 2 ones for all the supporter lines.
Yep.
That's because we've got the Team Yowgrunt, one-off. Team Skullgrunt. Opponent reveals their hand. Discard 2 energy cards from it.
Very good.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Not as good as Sydney, but in the format it was broken because it was all special energy. So
Pokemon Center Lady and the Olympia, the 2 healing supporters.
What does Olympia do? Can I have a look?
So you switch the active Pokemon and heal 30 damage from the one that you put onto the bench. So it's just an extra switch.
So it's switch card?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Which makes switch cards seem very strong.
It does, yeah.
So there's the 4 VS Seekers, which means you can use the Pokemon Center Lady, which is mainly what I used it for. But it does also mean that you can Pokemon Ranger if you're stuck. Or another N if you do N turn 1 and then N at the end of the game. 4 Crushing Hammers and 2 Enhanced Hammers. That's your energy disruption from the likes of getting, well, you know, you can even do something such as paralyze them, use the paralyze attack, and Crushing Hammer the bench Pokemon. So not only do they need a switch to attack, they need an energy for the bench Pokemon.
Yeah. So
you're just kind of trying to lock them out of the game. There's the energy switch, very great, very good.
Yeah.
Love this card. There's another card, multi-switch.
Multi-switch was good. That was special energy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I used to love
So
that
the
card.
energy switch would be like if you have to hard retreat, you can energy switch onto the act. But because we played Manaphy, it was just extra
space. Then.
And as we'll show you, like after we've discussed this one, another reason energy switch is good with another card that came out. We'll show you that in a minute.
So we just talked about the enhanced hammer, the 3 switches, just because of the
one of the few decks that played loads of switches.
So we got the 2 Max Elixir. I know when I played it, I played 4.
Yeah.
But that's another deck that plays 4. Not quite what I played, but still shows you the different play styles of the deck.
So, top 5? Or top 6?
Top 6, yeah. Top 6 cards. Any 1 basic energy, so it's just a quicker way to power up your Lapras. 2 Dive Ball, great card for this deck.
That's so good.
Search the deck for a Warp Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand.
Like,
you only play 2, because you only really need 2 Laprases to win the game.
Yeah.
Fury Bout, which we just spoke about, 10 plus damage and 40 plus HP. I think Simon's going to have a little chat about this.
I'm just having a look. I couldn't remember what it did. Oh yeah, 40 HP. Oh, it does 10 more damage. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course it does, because we said about the Kukui as well, yeah. So this is like that charm that's out at the moment, just better.
Yeah, which was that?
The charm that's in Snorlax.
Oh, the
50 HP.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called. I don't play Snorlax.
Bravery charm. But that's 50 HP. This is 40 HP plus damage.
I think Fury Bout's just really strong, man. We've got the Rough Seas talked about, and then quite a lot of energy, to be fair. 11 water energy. So that means your max elixir odds are maxed out. and your turn 1 collect odds are pretty high. So then you're able to draw into... Because this is when you could attack first turn, right?
Yeah. No.
No.
You could support first turn.
That's it. So you could
go max elixir, attach, judge.
Yeah.
Something silly like that. And then your opponent would be like, bruh.
And then if you can collect out of your own judge.
Yeah. So yeah, something like...
Yeah, something like that. So this is the deck that was loosely based on the one that I played. One that's like... There's another one, isn't there? You know which one you're looking for,
So we're going to show you like a few variations, I suppose. Let's see, was this one you were just on?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we go up. So the one I was looking at is this one. So this one has got the different tools in it. Like tools being like not literally tool cards. So this one's a limit. So this has got the Aqua Patch in it, which works with the E-switch. This is what I was talking about, right? So Aqua Patch is like Dark Patch. So Aqua Patch I'm pretty sure we played Aqua Patch in it as well. Like I said, we had like an amalgamation of cards. So this I never realised that's like a sewn on patch.
Yeah, you said that before. You have
yeah, we used to have 4 golds of these as well. Broken. So this is attach a water energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So you could Aqua Patch, and then E-switch it to the active. Bit like Dark Patch in Raw and Moon does now.
Yeah.
So as Lewis showed you, it's got the Manaphy, which was so good.
Isn't it called like Aqualube or something? Aquatube.
And the good thing about Manaphy as well was some decks that wanted to have like a lot of switch outs played Manaphy and Water Energy. So colourless decks would play like Water Energy.
Mega Rayquaza.
Like, and when you look at like certain, like this is kind of just occurred to me in my head now, that cards like this, you know, with this ability, is I think the reason why if someone plays stuff like Arceus, you just default to Water Energy, because you just have this weird like sync to Water Energy, because Water Energy is just Zeraora is the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it lightning to?
It's lightning, and then you get free retreat to lightning Pokemon. No, it's lightning energy.
Yeah, it's lightning energy to any Pokemon.
Yeah. But I think this is why water...
So, you could pay...
Nah, water's better. But like I said, it's really squidgy. Its attack is...
I have used the attack.
Its attack's poor, but it does heal. It's another healing card if you want to, like, I guess sacrifice this so your Lapras doesn't die. Like, if you know they can't one-shot a Lapras next turn for game because you're healing it, attack with this, let them kill it, then you win. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, man.
So they kill the Lapras for game.
No.
Put the Manaphy.
If, say, it's your only attacker or something. You know, when people just go for your only attacker, you know how easy it is to win when people just have a bench full of support Pokemon. Like, people do that all the time now. You know, you like, people like bench lock themselves with, like, now it's the meme, isn't it? Like, if it's in the meme, it's like, I've got Manaphy,
my bench,
Spiritomb, Jirachi, and like, and you're like, and B-Barrel, and no attackers. You're like, cheers, pal. So we got the Prism, the Volcanium Prism, which has got the, basically it was used for the ability. So Jet Geyser was, once during your turn before you attack, you may discard a water energy card from your hand. If you do, your opponent switches their active with one of their bench. They pick the switch.
But it's a switch.
But you don't care because water's in the discard, ready to be aqua patched to attack.
Good attack as well.
So this is a really good way to get rid of energy. Like, and the attack is pretty cool with a Solar Blast, which I always thought was quite funny. Like, getting blasted in the Solar, like...
Sounds a bit wrong.
It does, actually. So it does 100 damage and then 20 to each. So it's a good finisher. It softens stuff up. It's got the Octillery.
Draw.
You know, Bibarel, draw 5. And it's a water Pokemon, so this one isn't getting stuck.
You could hug, theoretically.
And you could hug. It's also got the Clutch Dude we spoke about.
Iron Pole.
Not the swim down the river one, because that sucks. So it's got Iron Pole with a boat and the ladder and stuff. You know, I always remember that. I was like,
Isn't it in
what is
like
this?
an aquarium or something?
Yeah, with a big ass boat in it.
Yeah.
What?
It's like a massive, like, you know, like you see in Jurassic World. Like the one with the massive, like, crocodile fish thing.
So you've got Tapu Lele, one of the best cards ever printed. Wonder tag. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. We have Luminion, we have Lapras-GX before this, but this one's got the most HP. I know Luminion's got 170 as well, but this one's got a better attack.
What was the... There's not a Scarlet and Violet version yet, is there?
I don't think there is, no.
Closest we've got is Squawker Willy.
Squawker Willy. Yeah. And then we got the Coco. So the Coco is, again, I personally, it's one of my favourite cards ever printed.
The best
right?
promo.
So it's got free retreat. So it syncs with your Lapras, you know. Switch into this, retreat, attack. We all have pivots in the game at the moment, you know. Miraidon uses that little Zeraora thing. It's got Mew EX has free retreat. But you can be a cheeky flying flip and do 20 to everything. Like flying flip was really good. There was not a lot of bench protection in this format.
There was
Mr. Mime, but no one really played it because like spread decks were like niche. Like control decks.
Yeah.
We've got the research or the sycamore, you know, discard, draw 7, obvious. We've got the Guzma. So Guzma, so you'd have this in the active, you'd Guzma, put Tapu Koko in the active, retreat, whatever. Got Cynthia, which is shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6. Like, this was the most played supporter for a long time because we quite quickly lost research after this. We've got the 2N, which is like Iono, but better. Just is.
4 Ultra Ball, getting them water in the discard
4
for the
Ultra Ball.
Patches.
And I've seen no VS Seeker, so this is like a later version. So we are heavy on the supporters.
Okay.
So rather than like 1-1-1-1-1-1-1, we're into the 4-4. Like if this was now, it would be 4-4 and then 4 Iono. It would be that version. Well, it would be Miraidon because this is basically Miraidon. You got the 4 Aqua Patch and the 4 Elixir, which is just so mad.
Yeah, and the 2 energy switches as well.
Like in the 2E switch, you got the Field Blower. Again, broken card. Choose up to 2 in any combination of tool and stadiums. Discard them. See you later, Fury Bout. See you later, Rough Seas. You're dead. Right. We got the Choice and Bout. So this one's Choice Bout, not Fury Bout, because I think Fury Bout had gone.
Yeah.
So we had to replace it with a power. So 30 extra damage, so you're doing 190?
Yeah.
Am I correct? Yeah. So 190, one shot Buzzwole, pretty relevant. You've got the Lewis Stadium. Like, I will always associate this with Lewis, because it's just what he played in every deck. Because he either played Water or Fighting. So once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic Water or Fighting, put it on their bench. Well, this deck just plays pretty much those, you know, because these you just get Ultra Ball. And then it's got 13 water energy. So this one is like a very clean... This one is basically the same list we just showed you, but like after rotation. So there's a couple of like weird, spicy, stroke, different lists. Like when people started, you know it yourself, if you play in this format, there's like lists with text, there's lists with this, like, I don't even know what this does.
Meaningful.
It's a dragon. Is that just for different typing? Oh, is that the one that's got the cool GX attack?
The one, is it the Zero Vanish?
Yeah. So Zero Vanish GX, 1 an attack. Shuffle all energy from each of your opponent's Pokemon into their deck. That's so funny. And it does 150.
It's kind of crap though, isn't it?
It's the cards, I think it's just for typing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's also 0 and Hydro Pressure. This attack does 20 more damage.
It's just so good.
It's just a different techie dude. We've got the free Lapras. We've got the reason the Zero Vanish worked is because we have the Quag. Now the Quag has the Washout ability. So Washout is, as often as you like during your turn, you may move an energy from one of your bench to your active. So you don't need the E-switch anymore because he is the E-switch. Look at that little triangle there.
Is that meant to be a fish?
It could be the...
It's a cartoon drawing of a fish, isn't it?
I think so. Or a rewind button. It's a fish. What are you doing?
Didn't rewind it.
Oh, damn, look. And there's a circle this side as well.
Oh.
So then it does Hydro Pump, which is like most decks that do that, more energy on it, more attack. So you'd put it all on here and 0 Vanish. We've got the Volk we just spoke about.
Yeah. Cat.
We've got the Manaphy, which I have no idea what it does. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may heal 20 damage for one of your Pokemon that has any energy
Oh,
attached.
it's that one from the Shining Legend.
Yeah, Blessings of the Deep. So it's just a little heal dude. That's pretty cool. The Kyogre.
Don't remember this.
This one was one that does 30 to 2.
No, that's like a...
So it's just like a spread.
default B-Tech Flam Flip.
Yeah. So this attack does 30 damage to 2. So this is more of a toolbox. So this attack does 30 damage to 2.
He's licking your dice, mate.
Of your opponent's Pokemon, then apply weakness, resistance, etc. And then Ground Wave was just a fat attack. We've got the Lele in here. We have a Spice.
The Acrobike!
So we've got the Symphias.
Acrobike!
So if you look at this, there's no research because research was gone. So this is where you went fat supporters. Look. So we've got the Cynthia, which is shuffle, draw 6. And then we had this was the Lily format, where everybody played Lily. And you could play a supporter on your first turn. Whoa, the rain. So if you look at Lily now, you think it was kind of poor actually, because but going first, playing Lily and drawing 8 was like really good because you could play a supporter going first. So Lily was really good to draw cards. Got the Guzma, we got the Kukui.
I don't think players.
So Kukui is 20 damage, draw 2 or something.
Yep.
Draw 2 cards. During this turn, your Pokemon do 20 more damage. That's actually quite a good card, really, isn't it? Like, quite a cheeky. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Aqua Patch, 4... 2 Acrobite, which is... Look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand.
So it's just Tracking Shoes, but better.
Better than Tracking Shoes, because you get to see both. So, you still have to pick, but you can actually...
Make an intelligent choice.
Not get rid of the one, hoping the second one's better, because you can see the second one. So Acrobite's way better. 2 Rope for the switch option for the Lapras. Best card ever. Rescue Stretcher. Does what it says on the tin.
Stretches your rescues.
Yeah. Put a Pokemon from a discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 back into your deck with the Rescue Stretcher. 4 EXP share in this one. But I suppose that's because you got the Quag, ain't you? So, when one of your active Pokemon is knocked out, move an energy to one of the other dudes, like...
Yeah.
It's so lame that you do that. Free choice bout, 30 damage. Lewis's Brooklet Hill, 11 energy.
Is that going to be like a trainer art then? Lewis's Brooklet Hill?
Could be, couldn't it? So we got any... There's a couple of, like, weird ones.
There's the first place one is the one that plays 1 Wobbuffet. I think it is. It just plays 1 Wobbuffet. Yeah. This one.
So this
one is wild.
This one is really cool. So it plays the Wob, and you want to start the Wob, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a puzzle one.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this one. So this one plays the 4 Lapras and the Wob. Now,
I've never played this one.
Wob is also a broken card, a Bide Barricade.
They won a regional by itself.
Yeah, just a quad Wob deck, which I do want to do. Well, it was quad Wob with, the evolutions. Remember the...
I'm getting attacked.
What's the Thunder evolution called?
Thunder evolution.
What's it called? I forgot. Jolteon.
Oh, well, I thought you meant like evolution is like... Yeah.
So I played Jolteon and Glaceon, you know the one where it's like, you can't touch it if you're basic, you can't touch it if you're an evolution.
Yeah, the Jolteon from Evolutions and the...
Yeah, the quad Wob, no, they were from Generations.
Yeah, that's
the quad Wob deck is really cool. I'll show you that another day. But this is Bind Barricade. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon in play, hand, deck, discard pile, whatever, has no abilities. Like all of them. All of them. So this is Spiritomb, right, on steroids. Like, good card. Broken card. This was like a big disruption deck. 4 Flagrant. Great. It's got the Hex.
I have a T.
Possibly the most disgusting card ever printed. So you know, if you can't get Wobbly active, you just play Hex. You have no abilities next turn. Like you, not us, you.
Nothing beats the Hex t-shirt there. It just has the card text on it.
It's great, isn't it? We've got Skylar, which is like search for stuff. Search for a trainer card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Really good. We got Steve. Search your deck for a supporter and a basic energy.
Kind of pants.
It's just like Arvin or something now, isn't it? We got the Lysander, which is boss.
Kensuke Mori.
The best boss. Lysander's the best boss. Don't care what anyone says. Delinquent, amazing card.
Yeah, last week.
It's the worker that's not at home. Discard a stadium card and play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from his or her hand. Ouch. So good. Just, whew. We got the Olympia Lewis just said about its crap switch card. Rocket's Handiwork. Flip 2 coins. For each heads you discard 2 cards.
Just don't play it online turn 1.
No, because it's bugged. We got the Skull Grunt, which is look at your opponent's hand, discard up to 2 special energy. We got Puzzles, which are just too good. Play 2 puzzle. Play 1 if you want to, but you would just want to play 2. If you play 2 puzzle cards, put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand.
Rage of the Broken Heaven. That's such great names. Japanese ones.
Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, doesn't it? 4 versus Seeker. Get your supporters back.
So this is the older one then?
Yeah, this is like the super old. 4 Crushing Hammer. 2 Enhance. 2 Nest Ball. We all know Nest Ball in this format. 2 Switch. 2 Letter.
1 letter.
1 letter. 2 letter. 3 letter. 4. 5 letter. 6 letter. 7 letter. Meow. So 1 letter. Search your deck for 2 basics. It's like the Vessel thing at the moment.
He's the new star of the show right now.
Oh. Energy Recycler. Put 5 back in the deck, is it? Yeah, so Energy Recycler. We got the Fat Bout. We got the Cool Rough Seed. Only 10 energy because you got the Recycler. So that was the Wob one. So this one is like a control deck, which is sick. There's the one I wanted to find, and it's probably one of these. Maybe it's Israel's. It's got Articuno in it. Yeah, it's this one. I like this one. This one's the sick one.
I've never played this one.
This is like a expanded-esque version. So same lineup-ish. It's got the Manaphy. It's got the one Shay. Come on, Shay. Mid. So Shaman's got the setup. It's not loading, so... Why is it not loading, though?
Because we have a trash laptop.
Trash laptop. So Shaman is the setup. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may draw cards until you have 6. You can play 4 of these in 1 turn if you wanted to. It's banned now, so, you know. It's got the Glaceon. This is the Glaceon I was just talking about.
Yeah.
From Generations. So it's got the Crystal Ray attack when it loads. Basically does 70 damage, and if your opponent has an Evolution Pokemon, you're immune to it. I think you're immune
Evolution
to it,
Pokemon card attack,
yeah. You know. So it's got Second Bite, which is this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter. So that's like counter or whatever, that retaliation or something. And Crystal Ray. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Evolution Pokemon. So this was a good wall. You got Articuno, which was a meme. It was so good though.
Plus, yeah.
So he's got the plus, because all ancient trait cards had like a plus, a bit like the Terras, but the Terras...
All ancient trait Pokemon had an ancient trait.
Well done. And all Terras have a Terra. But guess what's crap about the Terras?
They're all the same.
They're all the same, yeah. So this is where they missed the trick. Because all the ancient traits were... I think there was like... They were
like 3 in rotation or something.
They weren't all different.
Attack twice.
Attack twice.
Plus... And then there was can't be affected by special windows.
Yeah, there was like certain ones that... And I know, was it Mega Groudon had one where if you Mega'd it, it didn't end your turn.
Yeah.
It didn't need a Spirit Link.
I'm going to have a look.
But that one was like its unique...
Are they all ancient traits?
Yeah, they're ancient trait Pokemon. So this one's got the Chilling Sigh, which doesn't do damage, but it puts you to sleep. Cat, what are you doing? He likes Articuno, lad. He's literally sniffing Articuno.
List of ancient traits. Recovery. When the Pokemon is healed, double the amount healed.
There you go.
Growth. When you attach an energy, you can attach another energy.
Yeah, that was good with
Primal
Kyogre, yeah.
Barrage, which was you can attack twice. That was the one with the Bunnelby. Barrier.
And Medicham and then Yoga Kick.
Barrier means that it's not affected by like literally stuff.
Yeah, it's just immune.
Plays a trainer card.
Groudon and Barrier.
Prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. Yeah, Primal Groudon.
Groudon and Barrier, so you could Mega Evolve it and you didn't end your turn without Spirit Link.
Plus, and then there's Evolution, which is what made Mega Rayquaza broken.
Yeah.
So you can evolve it
on the
turn
same
1.
turn, yeah.
Wild, which is any damage done to this Pokemon by the basic types like fighting. Grass, fire, water, and lightning, reduced by 20.
Nice.
Stop is prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities. Double is just Pokemon can have two tool cards. Max, when one of your Pokemon becomes this Pokemon, heal all damage from it. Oh, that's Evolve.
Evolve, yeah.
And there we go. That was all the ancient
So they were good. So reading some of those, I guess we now know why all the Terras are the same. Because can you imagine?
Yeah, so like my Charizard, by the way, you can't
fully heals every time you attack it.
Yeah, every
attacks
time you
twice.
It, yeah.
Can attack turn 1. So but this was more played for the Tri-Edge. So this is a pseudo Iron Hands, I guess. So flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 damage for each edge. So you can do 120 if you get it. But if you knock your opponent out, you take an extra prize card.
So you only need 1 heads for a little Pokemon.
Yeah, so you played against last box, you'd just play this, wouldn't you? And just try and 2 prize everything. So Articuno was really cool. I've seen like quad Articuno decks with like multipliers, like Choice Bout and all that stuff. We've got the Pseudo.
The Roadblock.
This ability would be so good now. Your opponent can't have any more than 4 bench Pokemon. If they have 5 or more bench Pokemon, they discard bench Pokemon until they have 4 Pokemon on the bench. If more than one effect changes the number of bench Pokemon allowed, use the smaller number. That's so long, isn't it? Now it would just say your opponent can't have more than 4 bench Pokemon. So this is like a Pokemon ability version of Avery. This is just better. Like this just locks your opponent into like Collapse Stadium, I suppose. Yeah? It's Collapse Stadium, but better. But you can still have 5 bench. So that's pretty sick. Got a research. We got the End, the Boss, the Kukui, the Hex, the Switch Cart Lady.
Back to VS Seeker.
VS Seeker. We got so everything like tool wise is the same. It's just a little bit more techy with the.
Just one little thing to point out is that they got the choice band. So like, I know the last one did, but this is when Fighting Fury Bout was still illegal.
Yeah. So this one was more aggressive because of these dudes.
Yeah,
probably more aggressive because of those dudes.
Yeah, I just thought I'd point that out that they were playing that even though
Fury Bout would have also been sick.
I think that's
that's a normal one. These are all the same regional, yeah?
Yeah, they're all going to be, because that's just,
Hey!
Just press that one.
This one?
Yeah. So, Simon kind of talked about all the techie stuff. I just saw the computer lag out completely. Give me a second to sort this out. Hold on. Are you moving? Yeah. It should fix in a second. There we go. So, you're taking the mick out of me.
No, I'm lagging.
So yeah, Simon talked about all the techie stuff. I talked about what I played, because that's just a little bit different to what you can't see there. So we had like the app patches in there, I know that. Max Elixir was just really turbo. When I played it, it was just either lost in 5 minutes or won in 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. It was, again, it's, if you're looking at decks now, it's like Miraidon.
Yeah.
Or Raw and Moon. It's that kind of...
That's why...
Power Up Smack deck. So it's like a fast kill deck or a... But I think the Lapras deck had more chances to survive.
that's why I think, because the main focus of this series is about if decks will survive in the format now. I reckon with the appropriate stuff put together for it being Vs and EXs, and like, because obviously the damage is now different, Lapras will just be Miraidon. So I think it's fair to say that Lapras would be fine.
It would be good, yeah, because it's just the water version of Miraidon, or like I said, Roaring Moon, but not attack-wise Roaring Moon, but more about the patches, the switches, the E-switch, So if you say Roaring Moon with Miraidon's attacks, that's Lapras, basically.
Yeah.
So I would say Lapras would be fine.
Yeah. Don't worry, I know we've had like 5 decks in a row that will stand up, but I know there are some that will be absolutely trash in this format. Night March. Anyway.
So next time we're going to talk about Night March.
Are we actually?
Yeah, let's do that.
No.
And I think the good thing about talking about Night March to like newer people, if we have any newer people, probably do, we don't have many, is we can do the comparison decks. So, because Night March has a couple of different versions, but it's as linear as you get. Like Night March is a straight line. It does one thing, right? And there are other versions of that style deck that we can look at where you can like literally compare it to now. So that would be quite a good one to be like, will this still stand up? And I might not fully agree with Lewis on that, because we're not going to take damage into consideration. You have to put the engine into consideration.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
So it's kind of one of those. But yeah, if you have the tools of today, then no, because United Wings sucks. There's a little hint about what it is.
Nah, because you just get bummed by Lost Box, don't you?
Look, Iron Hands, mate, would just be like, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much. But it did play fighting stuff.
Yeah.
It played March.
Yeah.
So yeah, next time we'll talk about Night March. Now, I didn't really play Night March, but he did.
I did actually.
In a couple of cups.
I actually did.
Played the expanded cup and got second place, I think.
Yeah.
So I will probably do the techie against specifics of the deck, and Lewis can talk to you about how it's played. Because it's not my style of deck. Like, decking yourself out turn 1 to do like 5,000 damage is boring. But
it was funny though.
But again, I can talk. In Night March was when you could go second and attack straight away. So we'll talk about Night March. We'll go from its origin of how it just like it broke the format and it caused certain players to retire from Pokemon, because Night March was the awakening of dumb, one hit dumb. Like, a lot of the skillful players hated it because you just lose to it. Like, it's the no skill kill god. Like, it's the father of the no skill kill engine, isn't it? As we call it. So we'll go through that as well. So we'll go through a little bit of history on Night March and why Night March was the most feared deck. I would say one of the most feared decks of all time. Stroke hated decks of all time. Like, you know, the only comparison I can make, I know the deck's different, is when Palkia first came out, there was 8 Palkia in top 8, right? Night March was the same.
Night March was ridiculous.
But Night March was the kind of, what was different about Night March to the Palkia is there was 8 Palkia in top 8. I think 90% of day 2 was Night March. I think it was that kind of, like, anybody played it just made day 2, and then it was just mirror matches. So it was flip a coin who wins, wasn't it? So in that archetype, it was just like, if you can't beat Night March, you just play Night March. So it was boring. So it did cause a lot of people to quit. We'll talk about that. So yeah, we'll go a little bit deeper into Night March. And will it still hold up in today's format?
Yeah. So I think one last thing before we go. I think Simon should, if he hasn't, talk about his little TikTok hobby. If you want to go and have a little natter about that.
About what?
Your little TikTok hobby. Do they know?
I like TikTok. I actually don't watch it at all.
Yeah, no, probably don't.
I think we said last time we have a TikTok now. We have a TikTok, but we have individual ones. So we have Bad Player TCG Simon.
I can't do this with the computer.
And Bad Player TCG Lewis. Now Lewis is lazy, so he's only got like a few videos, but his videos are quite good. I post up random stuff. It's not just TCG. I have put some other things on it. So it's different things. But I am trying to build up to like a lot more followers. So my target is 500. I'm on 413 at the moment, so I'm doing all right. Better than here. Like, so if the people here would like to go over to there, if you just put in like Bad Players with a Z, and it should come up. It's got the pink logo, like, and we're both on it. So one's Simon, one's Lewis. If you can follow us both, that would be awesome. We do pack openings. We do little short videos. We put the news up. We do some quite funny meme, like the Wiglet stuff. That's quite funny. Like, and I am going to put like different stuff to try and like spread our market a little bit. But if you can follow that, that would be great. And also, obviously, this channel, we want to grow this channel as much as we can. So if you can like and subscribe and follow and all that jazz, you know, it takes like 2 seconds. I say this every time, and still, no one's doing it. Do it, people. Do it. So, also, put a comment down there if you want us to pick one of your decks, because we will. Like we did last time with Washi. We're happy to talk about that. Like, if we can find a comparison, we will go for it. Or you could put a link. If you put a link, we can follow the link, look at the deck, dissect it.
Just don't be grabbing our IP addresses with links, please.
Talk about the what? What's all about?
So people can get your location with links.
We live in Worcester, so, you know, there you go, knock yourself out.
Oh, damn. Scary place, man.
So yeah, that's kind of it, really. But yeah, follow the TikTok, because we're building on that. We're going to be, hopefully, opening some Evolution packs and when I hit 500, so try and pull a Charizard.
Oh, imagine if there's been a Charizard just chilling in the spare room for like 4 years.
Well, like when you had that one pack.
Oh my god, that was crazy, yeah.
One pack.
One pack for Christmas for free from our shop.
From Tim.
From Tim. 3 packs of Evolutions.
Gave him a pack of Evolutions for free.
And I opened it up and there was the Hollow Charizard in there.
Yeah, that would have been a sick video,
yeah,
wouldn't it? Like an actual...
It's one pack. Which
was pretty funny.
But yeah. I think that's it.
All of that. We do waffle, as you know. So
we do. We've managed.
Like, subscribe, comment, TikTok.
All that jazz. And we'll see you soon. We're gonna next podcast will be a normal podcast. We're gonna talk about Stuttgart, which is actually on the TV in the other room at the moment. No one's watching it, probably the cats.
But we're gonna wait till that finishes. We'll go through it. It's probably gonna be the same old trash as always. Gardy, Miraidon, Lost Box, blah, 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 all of that stuff. And if there's any other Pokemon news, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week or this week.
Yeah, thank you for watching another deck profile. Whoa.